Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da, bum, 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 boom, boom, boom. It's time for the Role Players Pick'em Show. It's NFL Week 7, you know. All right.
What? You try to spice it up a little bit because you stanking on your picks?
Nah, I ain't stanking on my picks. I'm coming back.
You coming back?
Welcome to the NFL Pick'em Show with the Role Players. You're probably listening to this on a Saturday or a Sunday morning, and we are here to start off your game day along with some of them other network guys, but we're giving you our take, and we're going to pick them. I am joined here by Mr. Philosophical J. We're holding it down in the role player tonight, the role player layer tonight. And who better than me to kick off our records in this whole pick'em thing? Right now, I'm sitting at 33-25 overall. Last week, I had a rough week. I was 5-8 overall. You know, you had the Jets beat the Cowboys. You had some games. Jay went 5-8 as well, but Jay is still 37-21. It's hard to catch somebody once the wins and losses start rolling, but heads are rolling this week because I'm going undefeated. It's that simple, man. And we might get a chance to touch on fantasy. We might not. But we're going to go ahead and kick off this week's Pick'em episode with our key matchups. And we're going to start light, but heavy at the same time. So we have the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. Now, both teams led by rookies. It's definitely a change in culture for both teams. But they're really not doing bad, in my opinion, for where they're at. You have the Arizona Cardinals that are, 2-3? Well, I forgot about the tie. That's what throws me off. They're 2-3-1. Then you have the New York Giants that are 2-4. The Giants are getting back Saquon. Now, last time Saquon played, Daniel Jones tore it up. Tore it up. I think that's the game he went down in. Meanwhile, Kyler Murray, he may not be the prototypical quarterback, but he's getting it done, man. He's 1-2, only lost 3, tied 1. Jay, where you think this game is headed, man? Who you taking? Where's the game headed? Who you taking?
So, I'm gonna give you a stat that's very. I'm not a real big stat guy. I like the eye test. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you
all about that eye test.
It's all about the eye test. So I'm gonna give you a stat though that's very on the upside for Kyler Murray. He's the only quarterback that has not been sacked yet.
Crazy,
huh?
That's because he's a little jitterbug back there.
He kind of runs around like a chicken with his head cut off sometimes. But it kind of looks like it's organized confusion for the defense. And boy, the Giants don't have no defense. Man.
Yeah.
Giants have no defense. No defense. No defense. No defense. That's what I'm going with.
That's offensive.
Yeah, that is offensive. I know Saquon will be back. And kudos to Saquon.
The dude healed up like Wolverine, man.
I don't think he's 100% yet.
He's starting on my fantasy team.
But you know what I haven't got used to? I was watching Arizona Sunday. And I said, man, who is that guy over there? He's kind of out of shape. Who's the other defensive end they got playing over there? Do you know?
No, who you talking about?
Take a wild guess.
It's not Chandler Jones.
No, you got Chandler Jones. He's a stud. I bet you can guess.
I'm thinking of a name and I can't think of his name.
Oh man.
Arakpo.
Oh no, man.
I just threw out a name.
Terrell Suggs.
Oh, that is right. Jeez, I forgot about Terrell Suggs out there in Arizona.
And that's when I was like, oh yeah, that's that guy. I'm going Arizona in this game. It's kind of a wash. This may be one of the games that Could be a tie. Could be a loss. I'm going to go with Arizona, man. Arizona has Larry Fitzgerald. No one on New York Giants team can compare to Larry Fitzgerald's career.
Oh man, so you're going with them based off of Larry Fitzgerald?
Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald, and Arizona's doing more. They get Peterson back this week as well. So Peterson probably is going to bait Jones, and Jones really hasn't looked too good since that first game.
Man,
he's been kind of off.
I'm looking up Terrell Suggs' stats, and he has good numbers.
He has great numbers.
Jeez,
he has great numbers.
Is this guy ever going to phase out?
But that's why I picked Arizona because I'm looking at the game and I was like, who is that tall, out of shape guy? Keep making plays. I say, man, he's chasing down the running back in the backfield. He was giving Atlanta a fit.
He may be having just as good of a year as Calais Campbell.
Yeah. And I looked and I said,
better year.
And when he turned around, I said, Suggs. I said, Suggs. Who is this guy? And then he turned around and I seen his face in the helmet. And I said, Terrell Suggs. Are you kidding me?
Boy. Yeah, I forgot about Suggs. Shout out to Terrell Suggs. All right. Well,
that's very low-key tandem in the league. Chandler Jones and Terrell Suggs.
Yeah, it's good. And he's having a comparable year to Calais because I'm a Jaguars fan. I'm always going to know my guys' numbers right off the bat. So I'm going to go with the G-Man. Saquon's coming back. It's taking a lot of pressure off Daniel Jones. I don't know if Gallman will be back in the game as well. You know, that may be someone to take some of the pressure off of Saquon. I really like this Giants team. I've actually liked them ever since we've done this podcast, and I strike out every year with the Giants. So I'm going to keep tradition going, and I'm going to like the Giants in this game. I think they can pull off the game at home against the Arizona Cardinals and finally, maybe, I don't know, get a sack on Kyler Murray. Usually when stats like that get rolled out, they roll out, and he takes his first sack. I'll be watching this game or keeping a close eye on it since it's one of our key matchups. So look forward to dueling you and getting a win to get closer to your 37 from my 33. So moving right along, we have an NFC showdown. And I know you may not be thinking it's the biggest game, but it is a big game. You had the New Orleans Saints against the Chicago Bears, man.
The Bears.
You got to go with the Bears when you say that. You're not going with the Bears. But, man, this Bears team, great defense. We see it all the time in the NFL, right? We see it with the Broncos. You've seen it with the Buccaneers, the Jaguars, the Ravens. The list goes on. Excellent defense. Some offensive pieces, horrible quarterback. I think it's time to go ahead and say Trubisky is just not working. And then they got, Montgomery up there. He was supposed to be a key pickup in the draft. I haven't seen anything from the guy to make me say, woo. Tariq Cohen still, nothing's there. You know, they have Trey Burton up there, the tight end. His numbers are supposed to be great. Allen Robinson, along with, you know, just a receiving core, but a guy that people consider a premier wide receiver in the game. Not numbers-wise, but just skill set-wise. It's not there for the Bears, but you got Teddy Bridgewater on the other side. The guy hasn't lost. He has not lost since he came in for Drew Brees. And you got to wonder, is that loss coming? Because last week they did struggle with Jaguars. They did. But Teddy is a vet, man, and he's going to find a way. He's going to battle through a game. Kamara he's been ruled out, Jay?
Absolutely.
He's been ruled out.
Latavius Murray probably will start.
It's all Latavius against that Bears defense. It's all Mike Thomas against that Bears defense. The Saints defense has actually been showing up. But, you know, whenever the Saints defense, and I thought about this, whenever the Saints defense shows up, they don't have a good defense, but they find a way to use what talent they do have. But at some point, someone breaks through it. How do you say that last name, Jay? Smith. Watching the Pittsburgh Syracuse game, and the kicker for Syracuse is named Smith. I think it's SZYMT. That's crazy. But I just don't know with this Saints team, man. You got to wonder if that loss is coming, man. What you think, Jay?
The loss is definitely coming, but I'm gonna give you two words why the loss is coming this weekend.
Who that?
Not who they.
Oh,
Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky.
He's returning back to the lineup that gives the Bears. See, Nagy is a
Trubisky.
When he calls plays, I know you don't like Mitchell Trubisky. I don't like him.
A Trisket chip.
But one thing he brings to the Bears offense is Nagy is kind of like that.
The Mitch glitch.
That magician, to where he pulls the hanky out and it's in his left hand, and then he taps you on your shoulder, and then he pulls it out of your ear, and you're like, what in the flabbergasted bubble-ups?
So now you're saying he's going to pull it out of his ass.
So he's going to pull this game right out of his paws got doots. That's a better word. He's going to pull this game right out of the paws got doots. And this guy, he with Mitchell Trubisky in the game, he has the read option. That's for those offensive minded people now. We call that the RPOs. You're learning something. They got the RPO option. They got the reverse pass because Gabriel will be back in the lineup. You got the reverse pass coming. The Bears use tricks and schemes, motions, but it's all the same play. And New Orleans been playing methodical offenses, basic offense, run right at you. We're gonna run Leonard Fournette. Stop it. We're gonna pass to the wide receiver. Stop it.
Yeah.
And that defense is exotic as well. So I can guarantee Bridgewater hasn't had a chance to meet Khalil Mack. He's not been playing that long. He's going to meet Khalil Mack.
Return of the Mack.
And I'm going to do something I never do, but I'm going Bears 24-3.
Oh, Lord.
There's no Kamara in this game.
24-3?
24-3.
So they're gonna cover the spread.
That's right. They're in Chicago.
I don't know, man.
Chicago coming off of a bye.
Well, I'm going with who they think they're going to beat them Saints. Hey, man. Bridgewater has been doing enough, and Trubisky has been doing nothing.
Who have they played?
Who, the Saints?
Yeah.
They played the Jaguars. They stopped Minshew magic.
They stopped Minshew.
Come on now.
Jameis Winston.
Come on.
Yeah, look quiet, ain't you?
Come on.
Man.
That's Mr. Krabs. He wins.
Come on, man.
I think you're hating. I think Teddy Ruxpin speaks a win into existence. You like that, didn't you? We all know he's the speak and save toy of all time.
They did. I'll give them credit. They did beat Russell Wilson.
Yeah, come on now.
But they have no defense, though.
The Russ bus.
But they have no defense.
Nah, come on. I don't know, man. I'm going to flip a coin this time, and I'm going to defer. And the game that we got up on deck, the Baltimore Ravens and the Seattle Seahawks. Jay, take it away, man.
Ooh, this is going to be a very enticing matchup because Baltimore is going all the way across the country to play in one of the toughest places. And what's the best way to eliminate the 12th man?
You got to silence that crowd, man. You got to slow that thing down.
There you go. And the one way to slow it down is, here we go again, RPOs.
Oh,
that's what Russell runs, right?
So he's playing RPO versus RPO.
RPO versus RPO. So we're gonna see Jackson, Ingram. These guys are gonna run that ball. Seattle defense is number 28 in the NFL. Do you know who has the number one offense in the NFL? Baltimore. But they're gonna run that ball right down.
That's because of week 1.
Seattle. Come on, man. That's hater, man.
Yeah, I'm being real.
They're gonna RPO that ball right down Seattle's throat. Seattle defenses. It might be time to trade right away.
That clowning move isn't looking.
It's not looking too good, man. I mean, they're struggling, but I mean, Russell Wilson, they're winning a lot of games off the backs of Russell Wilson, but I don't think they have enough defense to stop this offensive arsenal of Jackson, Ingram, Brown, Andrews.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some ground and pound going on.
Ground and pound.
Or should I say Harbaugh ball?
No.
Yeah.
Harbaugh is a great coach, man. You guys, if you don't know it, pay attention. By the way, Clowney only has 1 sack on the year.
Yeah, man, that was a bad trade, man. It was a bad trade.
I mean, he got an interception on the year though.
Oh, we're not paying you to
for
get interceptions, guys.
Well, return of the clown.
Oh man, that was a busted play, man.
Yeah. It was a busted play.
Uh-oh, Yankees up 4-1, facing elimination.
Hey man, they have to pull this out.
Verlander has lost his magic, man.
He sure has.
He's just got popped again. He's got popped for 4 runs.
He needs to get to the offseason quickly.
I agree.
He needs to get to the offseason quickly.
Because he gave up. He was pitching when they scored 10 runs. Tampa.
Yeah.
In the last playoff game he pitched in.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Do you know who had the most home runs against them? What pitcher gave up the most home runs?
To the batter.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. I'm saying Aaron Judge.
No. The pitcher who threw the most home runs. Batters hit most home runs.
Off of this pitcher.
It was Verlander.
That's not good. In a year where home runs was a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he's good for a big play.
He's giving up 2 in this game.
Well, I think the big play for this game is going to come from Russell Wilson, man, from this Seahawks game. I like Russell Wilson. We know that. We know I'm a Russell Wilson fan. The guy he's a champion in my book. You know, he doesn't have a ring, but he does have a ring, but he's a champion. I mean, he's a real champion. This guy knows how to win. He knows how to get his team moving down the field on the scoreboard to have more points than the other team at the end of the day. His defense may be sorry, but his team rallies for him. I'm not sold on Lamar Jackson. I'm not sold on that number 1 offense. I'm not sold that they're just going to run their way to paradise. I'm not sold on any of that by the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson is going to have to throw to win in the NFL. That's just it. That's just it, man. He's going to have to throw. I'm not buying into this. I'm going Seattle in this game.
Really?
I'm going Seattle.
Man. Why? Just because he's married to Sierra.
And he's married to Sierra.
I like my RPO guy better than your RPO guy for this game.
Your RPO guy is going to throw in a vowel. And he's going to throw in an E. And it's going to be a repo.
Not on that defense.
Time to take that win. Time to take that win, man. On that defense, yes. My guy's going to beat your guy. I'm going Seattle.
I'm going Baltimore. 17-16.
You know, I was listening to the radio before we transition to this next game. I was listening to the radio to Harold Reynolds on the Dan Patrick Show.
Everybody's doing mustaches now?
Yeah, it's the Gardner Minshew thing, man.
Did you see Jordan Cameron's? He has to flip up, the roll up mustache.
Yeah, he was saying his mustache is a smiley face and Gardner's is a sad face.
Yeah.
Wait until we see you again.
When?
Man, that'll be 4 years, man. And we might not even have Gardner Minshew.
You won't have him.
But I kind of got depressed when I was listening to Harold Reynolds speak about, you know, minor league baseball and some of the craziness that he's experienced. And then he was talking about some of the teams he's been on and all of this. And, you know, Dan Patrick was like, you know, you was on that Seattle team. You guys were loaded. And Dan Patrick said, wow, Seattle right now is the only team in the Major League Baseball to not win a World Series.
Yeah, they are. Kansas City was on that list and they won one.
Man. And I mean, the Nationals are on there too. Well, it may have even been go to a World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to a World Series.
But you guys are close, though.
Yeah, but we're not really. Because we're not really. But and then I thought about it. I was like, well, wow, you know, Seattle Mariners, Orlando Magic, Jacksonville Jaguars, Virginia Tech Hokies,
You like losers, man.
The Yukon Huskies. That's my claim to fame. The one that I probably value the least. I love the championship runs, but I would much rather.
So you can never say nothing about Dollar Bill anymore.
Oh, I can say a lot about Dollar Bill. Dollar Bill is stuck in the 80s and the 90s. That's his problem.
You're stuck in the expansion eras.
Get out of my ear. Get out of my ear, man. No, the Huskies are not expansion, neither are the Hokies. And that's just that. That's just that. We're not talking professional right now. We're talking about UConn winning championships with Shabazz Napier and Kimball Walker before they transition. And we're coming back to the Big East. But back to the NFL.
that was your token of faith, huh?
So
we're coming back.
Got to talk about these Philadelphia Fly.
We have our franchise player, too.
Eagles Fly. Hater. And we're going to take it to, how about them Cowboys? A NFC East showdown for two teams that are really trending downward, but someone has to spiral up out of this NFC East. Man, did the Cowboys blow it, and have they sparked so much conversation about are they legit? They really blew it against the Jets. The Jets kind of just was a dominant force in the game. Just didn't look good for the Cowboys. Amari Cooper is, he's questionable. Don't know if he's going to play. Just don't know what's going on with Zeke and Dak. Everything that Dallas was supposed to be is starting to fade quickly. All of the talk that they were getting about, they haven't played anyone. It's starting to rear its ugly head. But then you got the Eagles. The Eagles suffering from the same problem they had last year. Everyone was waiting on the Jalen Ramsey trade to drop for Philadelphia, and it just never dropped out of the sky. It never fell for him. He went to the Los Angeles Rams. Well, that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother debate. But
hater.
No, I'm not hating, man. I like 2.0. 2.0 and Fowler took a picture together, and it saddened Leonard Fournette. Maybe he wants to go be a Ram. I like that.
He might, man.
But the Eagles just don't have any secondary help. And this Carson Wentz thing is looking more and more. I won't say it's looking bad, but you do have to question, was that just really a magical year? Or is Carson Wentz going to be this franchise guy for them? Because the Eagles, they need a win. Both of these
Cooper
teams
will play.
So he's going to play?
That's what it just said.
Well, they need him to play because it was questionable during the week.
You need him too.
He's on my fantasy team. I'm definitely, he may not start now because I played Cortland Sutton. And I have Gordon, Saquon, and Dalvin Cook. And those guys are playing. But yeah, man. So this Eagles team, I just don't know. Both of them are 3-3. Whoever wins this can take a huge step in the NFC East. This is a tough one to pick, man. What you got for me, Jay?
What I got for you? Well, man.
Ah, yes. There's nothing greater than the mash unit of the NFL.
Yeah, man. And who's
coming to save the day?
This is a battle of the two injury teams, man. And then, I always like to hear, I call it water cooler talk, because every fan and everyone always have their input. But this is the asterisk in water cooler talk. If you ever hear somebody say, if we stay healthy, that means you're not going to be healthy. That means you're lacking depth at certain positions. That means
you're not a football team.
You're not a complete team. So both of these teams are having injury problems, and everyone is saying.
So does everyone else.
But their injury problems are keeping them from winning games. Hello. You're not that good. So I'm going to go. Hello. I think Philadelphia has injury problems. I think they never should have banked on Deshaun Jackson. They really banked on him coming into the season. And I said he'll give you 1 or 2 great games. And then he'll miss 6 or 7. And then he'll come back and give you a game or 2 at the
Always
end.
questionable.
And
I'm going to start calling him the Riddler.
The Riddler.
Because he's full of question marks.
Or you can call him always questionable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
AQ.
Then you have Alshon Jeffrey. Like, Philly had a magical year because I'm hearing a lot of Eagle fans saying, our secondary is not that good. Our defense is not that good. Our front seven. And this is the same defense, essentially, that went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Almost the same defense.
And this is the same problem that they had last year. So where were they at in April?
Exactly. So that's why
Not in the war room.
I have to lean with the home team because Dallas do protect home well. Philly will probably win the next time they play Dallas. But as far as this time, Eagles, you got to pay. So I'm going to roll with Dallas. Prescott, although this is a toss-up, I just seen Cooper news, so that kind of swayed me towards Dallas, especially with all those horrible defensive backs. I think they're just backers, not defensive backs. Those backers that the Philadelphia Eagles have. Mash said it itself. Dallas wins with all the injuries. Dallas will win this game. In memory of the Swamp.
In memory of the Swamp.
5-3.
5-3. You have your memory of the Swamp pick every
week.
And here we are with this one.
5-3.
I'm going to go ahead and say Dallas wins this thing. And I'm going to say it's a low scoring game too. I'm going to say it's going to be about 13-6.
I can see that.
Because the defenses are going to play. And they're going to cancel out the other offenses. But, man, oh, man. Amari Cooper, get some numbers for me, man. I'm debating on whether I'm going to play you for my team. Well, let's go ahead and round off the rest of these picks. I'm going to go first. We have the Atlanta Falcons at home against the Los Angeles Rams. We know that the Rams is going to be in full effect. Ramsey's going to play. That back healed up quickly, didn't it?
Yeah,
I'm going to go ahead and take the Rams over the Falcons. You got the Dolphins at Bills. I'm taking the Bills. That's obvious. Jags at Bengals. Taking the Jags. If you lose this one, then you're just jagging off. You have the Vikings at Lions. I got to go with the Vikings. The Raiders at the Packers. I'm going to go with the Raiders. The Raiders. Can't believe I'm going against the bad man. What's wrong with me? Then you have the Texans at the Colts in an AFC South battle. I'm going with the Texans. The 49ers will be on the road at Washington to face those Redskins. I got to go with the 49ers until the Redskins change that name and that organization. It's just horrible up there. Then we have the Chargers at the Titans. Ryan Tannehill is going to take center, but you won't see much of a difference. I'm going to go with the Chargers in that game. Then on Monday night, which may actually turn into a good game, do not sleep on Monday night. The New England Patriots at the New York Jets in an AFC East showdown. And I have got to go with Brady. The Brady.
That sounded more like Baby Shark.
Baby Shark hasn't been showing up for us. DJ Shark.
So I'm going to start mine out with how this is fitting because 2 weeks ago I've been saying this, and now for the third week I will say I'm going with the Rams over Atlanta because they have no future.
They don't.
Bills over Miami, Jags over Cincy, although I was teetering, but man, Cincy looks so freaking bad. Is AJ Green going to play?
You know, I think the new move is pulling the Ramsey. Because AJ Green, he was supposedly going to practice and all that stuff. He didn't.
Yeah, but He did go through like a walkthrough and some other stuff.
Yeah, but he ain't playing, man. They might have to trade him.
So then I'm going Detroit over Minnesota. Detroit is a sneaky good team, guys. They're going to be a couple trap games for some teams who think they can beat Detroit.
Fear the beard.
Green Bay over Oakland. I don't like Green Bay's team. I just think Oakland's a mess.
What?
Houston over Indy. Arizona over the Giants. We talked about that earlier. San Fran over Washington. How I love to say that, man. Tennessee.
Finally.
Over the Chargers. Man, the Chargers have problems. So if anyone listening right now to the Chargers organization, send Phillip Rivers home to Carolina and take Cam Newton.
Oh, man.
There you go.
You're swinging.
Oh, no, I'm not. That could
Swanging.
be a match. I am taking the Jets over New England. So after Monday night.
You're crazy.
After Monday night.
You're crazy guy.
The 49ers will be the only team undefeated in football.
Is that what you're banking this on?
And the reason why I'm taking the Jets.
Lose to the Redskins for that.
The reason why I'm taking the Jets over New England is because New England have injury problems all over their offense. Did they ever come out and say what was wrong with Josh Gordon? He took a nasty spill.
Because he got high. I don't know. I shouldn't do him like that.
But I'm taking the Jets over New England.
I think you're crazy. That's what I think. I don't know, man. You guys.
2016.
Oh, man. 20-16.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Yes.
New England Patriots. Bill Belichick. Nobody.
Sam Darnold.
Hey.
Le'Veon Bell.
The night kisser.
I think Sam Darnold. I don't think he.
Can we give him a nickname?
I don't think he was kissing. I just think he took the worst risk that you could take in all of America.
And what's that?
Drinking out of a water fountain.
That is one of the riskiest things you can do. You're low-key drinking out of a toilet bowl. I drink out of a water fountain, but I want you guys to think about something, and this is something for everyone to think about. What do you usually see by the water fountain? The bathroom. It's the same water. You're drinking purified toilet water, but you're drinking excellence when you're here with the role players. You guys been excellent. I hope you guys can get out there and share some of your picks and some of your thoughts on this week's games and matchups for the NFL. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go ahead, share a tweet, share a thought, share a pick. We want to hear from you. We want you to share us and just enjoy being around the Role Player Nation. Also, you can find our show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, which is home of the Role Players, and a lot of other platforms, wherever you can find podcasts at, really. Don't forget to share us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the play button, most of all. Can't stress that enough, guys. Get us out there. We want to be your podcaster's favorite sports podcast. You've been excellent. We've been boggled down by these picks. We hope that you've had a great time. We know that we have. And until next time, keep on picking them.